Misfits Audio is somewhat proud to present The Administration, a series written and created by Mike Murphy and starring Joe STOFKO as President-elect Richard Duncan and H. Keith Lyons as his Chief of Staff, Mergatroid. Episode 2 is entitled, You Did What?
You did what?
I picked some people to serve in my administration.
Why'd you go and do that?
Boredom, mostly.
You couldn't find something else to do.
The Golden Girls Marathon ended, and I thought to myself, Self, you ought to help that nice Mergatroid out. He's been working too hard.
How could you possibly have been bored? Besides the remote, I gave you all those breadsticks and those new clothes for Mr. Woggles, your teddy.
He really liked the Batman outfit. He told me so. Hey, do you want me to get that jug of Tylenol for you again?
Sir, what did I tell you not to do while I was meeting with congressional leaders?
Not to call any 900 numbers.
No, the other thing.
And not to talk to anyone all by myself?
Right.
I was only trying to help. I found some really good people. Can't you give them a chance?
I suppose we can interview them. Give them a call and we'll set something up.
We don't have to call. They're right outside.
The people in the outer office?
Yep.
Well, it looks like the bar scene from Star Wars out there.
I think you'll like them, if you give them a chance.
I suppose it would be rude not to talk to them with them sitting mere feet from us.
You won't be disappointed.
Okay. Pick one and bring him in.
Sir, will you come in, please? Yes, you're first. Mergatroid, I'd like to present my choice for Secretary of the Interior.
Your name, sir?
Oliver Pancakes.
Really?
Yes.
That's an unusual surname. Is there a story behind it?
No, and I wouldn't go on too much about unusual surnames, Mr. Mergatroid.
Touche.
Remember how in episode 1 you told me that the Secretary of the Interior is in charge of everything outside?
Yes?
That still doesn't seem right, but I guess we're stuck with it.
We are.
I thought to myself, Self, what's outside? And the answer came to me, trees. And who works with trees?
Tree surgeons.
Well, yeah, them too, but...
Mr. Pancakes, what is your occupation?
I'm a forest ranger.
Really? In Yosemite?
No, nothing so grand as that. I work at the John Tyler Memorial Baseball Diamond and Mini Golf Course here in Washington.
The John Tyler...
Our 10th president. He loved mini golf and baseball.
He sounds like a true American.
He's also supposed to have loved jackets with fur collars, but we couldn't find a way to fit that in with the golf and the baseball.
Is it Tylenol time?
So, being a forest ranger, Mr. Pancakes, at some point in your career you must have been in the great outdoors.
Oh, yes. All forest rangers take training in a national park.
Now we're getting somewhere. I would suspect that you have a great love of nature and wildlife.
Oh, no.
No?
Wild animals scare me something awful, and flowers make me sneeze. I'm allergic to nearly every variety.
You're afraid of animals.
Uh-huh. Even kitties. Would that be part of the job?
Yes.
Maybe I better pass then.
I think that would be wise.
No hard feelings, Pancakes?
Of course not. It was nice to be considered. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to be getting back to work. The Ladies Bread Baking Softball League of Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, is playing a game at the field soon, and I promised I'd umpire.
Of course. Could you ask the next candidate to come in on your way out?
So, where do you want it?
I beg your pardon?
My boys and I put up all kinds of them. Electric, picket, chain link, even those invisible ones for dogs. My Arthur tests those.
Isn't that painful?
Well, he does yelp a bit every now and then, and he is a little afraid of trees.
What is this man doing here?
This is George Travis. He's here about the position.
What position?
The Secretary of Defense.
Yep, I was kind of surprised to get a call from the president-elect about joining his cabinet, especially when the White House already has some pretty sturdy gates and fences, but heck, a job's a job, right?
Will you excuse us for a moment?
Sure.
Not bad, huh? I really picked some winners.
Oh, you picked some winners, all right. I think you misheard me. I didn't say we needed a Secretary of Defense. I said Secretary of Defense. Defense.
Oh, that's very different.
It certainly is.
Is there a cabinet position that deals with fences?
I'm afraid not. We'd better tell Mr. Travis. Mr. Travis, I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding.
Huh?
We have no need for fencing.
But he said...
Oh, I know what he said, but he misspoke.
Did he?
I'm sorry.
I knew there was a reason why I voted for the other guy.
Now, just a minute.
On behalf of the incoming Duncan administration, I thank you for your time and your service to the country.
So that's it?
What do you mean?
I spent 3 hours in that outer office with the pancake guy and the lady with the ferret on her head.
Ferret?
Never mind.
I could have been out in the real world pounding the pavement and looking for work. It's a lousy economy you politicians have made for us hard-working Americans.
I'm not even in office yet.
You guys are all the same. No consideration for the average American. No sympathy for the little...
Here's a 20.
Well, thanks. Good luck, Mr. President-elect.
You didn't like Mr. Pancakes?
Well, he was a nice guy, but thoroughly unqualified. Please, let the congressional leaders and me pick your nominees from now on. It would look very bad for us if we sent one of those people you picked up to the Hill for a congressional hearing.
Could I get tartar sauce with that?
With what?
The congressional hearing. Does it taste like swordfish?
Not herring, hearing.
What do they hear?
Well, anyone who's nominated for a cabinet position has to appear before Congress.
What business is it of theirs?
Well, it's their duty. They ask the nominee questions to be certain he or she is right for the job.
Do you think Mr. Travis would have done okay?
Sir, the leaders up on the Hill and I know how to get you the best possible people. Please allow us to do our job.
Okay, but what will I do in the meantime?
You can listen to the announcer.
Is that him?
That is me.
Why do you pop up every 15 minutes or so?
To let the listeners know that the episode is coming to an end.
Oh.
We can't expect you Yanks to do such a simple task, can we?
Remember what country you're in, Mr. Announcer?
Alas, every day I do. To think that I could have been at the BBC announcing high-quality productions of classic literature. Instead, I'm here in this two-farthing...
Maybe you'd better just do your job.
Why?
Because I'm your boss and I told you to.
You're my boss? Then who's he?
Mr. Duncan is my boss.
Your boss's boss.
Good Lord, the apocalypse can't come soon enough.
Just get on with it.
Misfits Audio has presented Episode 2 of The Administration, written, created, and produced by Mike Murphy. It starred Joe STOFKO as Richard Duncan and H. Keith Lyons as Mergatroid. Terry Cooper was heard as Oliver Pancakes, the Forest Ranger, and Peter KATT as George Travis, the Fence Guy. The assistant producer was Captain John Tadrzak. Post-production was accomplished by Tasos Kostopoulos. Original music was composed and performed by Sam Wu. Please visit his website at the61.com/Sam1010. The art director is Stephen Sash Scott. The webmaster is April Sadowski. This has been a production of Misfits Audio, copyright 2011. All rights reserved. This is Terry Cooper speaking.
And be sure to be with us next time when my dear wife, the future First Lady of the United States, will be here.
Oh, no.
My wife likes you very much, you know.
I know, sir. I'd hate to think of what would happen if she didn't.
Aspirin?
Please.